Hey there, darlings. Welcome back to Roots and Refuge, the channel. Definitely not the farm. I think I'm further away than I have ever been shooting a video for this channel. I am currently in Scotland on the Isle of Iona, which is a small island in the Inner Hebrides. And I've been on this trip for the last few days. I've been filming clips and bits and pieces, and I had this grand idea in my mind about making some big compilation video kind of showing the overall the trip, and I'm still continuing to film with that idea in mind. But this morning, as I was preparing to go walk around this island and take in all the gardens and all of that, I thought, you know, while a big cinematic compilation is a lovely idea, it's really not my style. Really, my style is to just turn the camera on and talk to my friends and bring them along with me. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I spent the morning right here in this chair next to this little fireplace, enjoying a fire in the grate as I watched the rain outside. And though I think I could do that for the rest of my day, I do want to see more of the island. Let's go check it out. The view from the front of my hotel. Staying here at the Argyle Hotel, right off the ferry landing in Iona. So I've been documenting this trip with photography, my camera, and I've also been doing quite a bit of writing. I've started sharing some of that over on my Substack, so I'll put a link to that. You guys can go subscribe and read all the things I write once I'm home as well. But Scotland has really moved my heart in such a beautiful way. Oh, look at this garden. That's so sweet. Beautiful. On this trip, I'm on a tour with a small group. A friend of mine does these tours, and I saw her share about it. And Jeremiah gifted me this trip. I'm turning 40 this December. This is my 40th birthday gift. And it is a bucket list thing. I've wanted to go to Scotland always. So though I've not done a ton of travel, and I say a reluctant traveler, I was glad to take this journey.
It's a 1980 building.
So I came in this store yesterday and joyfully bought some yarn. You want to take a little peek in here? Hello. This morning, when I was sitting by that fire for an hour and a half or two after I had my breakfast, I was crocheting with the yarn that I purchased in there yesterday. What a dream, right? Oh man, I was a little hesitant to make this video today because I knew I was just gonna I'm so emotional. I am so just feeling everything at an 11, which that's life anyway. And if you've been here with me for very long, when I have shared anything really, I guess you are aware that I have really chosen to feel my life fully. Some people don't want to feel, because when you feel the lovely things, you also feel the painful things, and that's hard. But I think that numbness comes at its own cost, because though it may spare you from some of the pain, it also robs you of some of the joy. And so I've been joyfully crying constantly since I've been here. I'll probably do it some more today. So Iona is known as the birthplace of Christianity in Scotland. It's got a lot of history. Here is the ruin of a nunnery founded in 1200. This convent flourished for more than 350 years. And you can see the state of it now, but it's just incredible when you come into places like this, what you can feel. There's just so much history, and I just think places remember the things that they've experienced. And sometimes whenever you do go into places that have long stories like this, they remember it. Normally, I would speed up and time lapse a lot of things. We're not going to do that in this video. We're going to have a stroll today rather than rushing through. I'm also making this video for myself because I have a feeling I will, for a long time yet, want to come back and walk through the Isle of Iona. I have no doubt that I will be back here. I want to bring my babies back here. Our heritage is Scottish, and I want them to know that. So, this island is very remote. We had to take 2 ferries to get here and drive, I don't know, 45 minutes, maybe it was close to an hour across the Isle of Mull. But you cannot reach this island without taking at least the one ferry there. And that means a lot of the people here grow a lot of food. The hotels here, like the hotel I'm staying at, their menu changes daily, and much of it comes from local sources, and then the vegetables and the herbs and all that stuff they grow themselves, which is really neat. Last night I had a squash, of course it's called courgette here, squash and lemon and basil soup. So good. I took a picture of it and of the description because I'm definitely going to have to go home and try to figure that one out. And then I had fish. I've been eating a lot of fish while we're over here on the coast, and it's so fresh and wonderful. Absolutely perfect, really. And then we ordered our dinner in the morning because we ordered in the morning. And tonight is going to be really good as well. Oh, look here. Actually, here's the menu for the hotel I'm staying at. And they've got just a little list. And then there's their garden. So my hotel is like down that way on the other side. But isn't that neat? This is called McLean's Cross. It was erected in 1500. And it was a public display of this, powerful family support for the Abbey, and people would stop here to pray on their way to the Abbey. There are a lot of blackberries growing here. This morning they had a little breakfast buffet set up with fresh yogurt and granola and like a fruit compote that was obviously made here, and jars set out of jam and homemade bread. It was just wonderful. Last night a few of the ladies from my group and I went with them up here to the Abbey, which that's what this island is most known for, is the Abbey. And they have service every night at 9, and so we came up here to worship, and it was just really sweet. It was very sweet. But I was walking this way, and it was, very dusky. It was almost completely dark, but I was seeing all these gardens, which I hadn't explored this yesterday. I had gone down more along the beach. And I thought, I gotta go rubberneck on these gardens. I definitely gotta take my friends. I also wanted to post this video while I'm still over here. I actually have good internet at this place that I'm staying because I want my boys to see. So I'm gonna send this to my babies. I love you guys. I miss you. And I cannot wait to bring you back here. You're gonna love it. It's so special. You're gonna love it. Oh, let's peek into this garden. So this is for one of the other hotels. Look, they've got their leaf mulch compost. I see some potatoes out there. And look at all of their lettuces. Go. Ooh, carrots there. I feel like such a creep hanging over this stone wall fence so I can gawk at the kale. But look at it, isn't it pretty kale? Here's the Heritage Center. So all of that is blackberries in there. We stopped at several places on the way here because we flew into Edinburgh and we drove across and stopped at multiple little historical places. And there were just wild blackberries all over the place, which you know I love. I love a wild blackberry. We've got history. Oh, whatever is going on in that building smells heavenly. It's a little cafe. It smells so good in there. I do not need to stop and eat though. I already have plans for lunch. I'm actually going sailing this afternoon. Never been sailing before. And when I saw it was an option, I thought, yes, I would like to go sailing. Yesterday, of course it rains here all the time, and yesterday it was sunny and raining. So the entire day there were rainbows. I lost count. There were at least 20 different times that I saw rainbows. They were so vibrant and beautiful. I've never seen so many rainbows in a single day of my life. More of this garden. We've got a couple of tunnels back there, which someone told me last night that this garden belongs to the other kind of larger hotel. It's a little more modern than the one that I'm staying in. The hotel I'm staying in, my room key is a skeleton key. It is so quaint and lovely, and the owner is there and so kind. Everyone has just been so kind and joyful in service. I have loved it. Yeah, this is the St. Columba Hotel. Oh, heck yes. We invite you and all visitors to explore our organic garden. You don't have to ask me twice. Here we have their compost set up. So I was just reading that sign, and it actually stated that not only do they grow their vegetables and their herbs for their food, They also have bees here, which produces their honey, and they use these botanicals for the production of their spirits. It's very cool. Here we have some fruit trees. This sign says soil, not dirt. There's actually a section in my book that is titled that. That's funny. Oh, they have the varieties listed on some of these things. Got different kales here. They are definitely doing the work to produce good soil. That's some really lovely compost and mulch. Black Spanish round radishes. Oh, I thought these were carrots from over there. They are not. Here's borage. These are potatoes popping up. Oh, there are the carrots. They're underneath. I bet they deal with, I think, white flies. Isn't that something you guys deal with over here? Some of you will be able to tell me. Lots of lettuces. Those are beets. Oh, it's so lovely. Oh, this is neat. Did you know that 1 in 3 mouthfuls of food depends on pollinators? They're very mindful of that here. So they're talking about hedgerows being an essential part of organic farms for the multiple uses of housing the wildlife, namely the pollinators. Speaking of which, there's some little bees working right there. These are just lovely. Fennel. Last night that was what my fish was on, a puree that had fennel in it, and it was delicious. It's hyssop. Leeks. There's an option for potato leek soup tonight. So I've known this for a while, with obviously communicating with YouTube viewers that lived in the UK. But what is grown just like throughout the season over here, throughout the summer and late summer season, is typically what my winter garden looks like. So I would not have, like, these gardens have like squash and some tomatoes still coming on, especially in the high tunnels or hot houses. They typically use those for tomatoes. So I wouldn't have like tomatoes coming on at the same time as my winter stuff. But a lot of the things that grow here throughout the summer is what I have to wait for winter to grow, like the kale and all the brassicas and all of that. Look at this. This structure has raspberries in it. There's yellow or golden raspberries and red raspberries. Lots of fruit, lots of perennials. That's rhubarb down there on the end. That's something I can grow, but it has to go over the winter, and I don't get a great harvest of it. I've seen lots of rose hips, lots of roses growing everywhere. Let's go down here and see what we can find. Oh yeah, I found the tomatoes. The other side is open. I'll go that way. More carrots under cover, so I'm assuming that definitely means there's a pest that likes those here. See, that's not something I really have to worry about. Of course, I grow my carrots over our winter, and we don't really have many pests that bother them. There's celery. Oh, look at this. Working on some serious mulch there. Okay. Oh yeah, check this out. So it stays pretty cool here. It's not freezing, but this whole week that we're here, the highs and the lows are pretty much all in the 50-degree Fahrenheit, like to 7 Celsius range. So tomatoes don't love that. So obviously they're going to do better undercover, and I assume the nearly constant rain would also really affect them if they were out in the elements. But these tomatoes look quite happy, don't you think? I'd say it's going well here in this little hothouse. I got a few different varieties here. There's cucumbers along that back wall. And they've got the doors propped open, so there are bees in here. Here we have some chili peppers. Marigolds interplanted, which helps with pests for nightshades. Just awesome. Those are tomatillos right there. They don't have a whole lot on them, but beautiful. All right, we have seen the gardens. Okay, one more little look. I told Joel we were not gonna rush on this. Look over on this side. It's just too pretty to pass up, don't you think? So I see horseradish back there. Lots of these flowers. Here's little Johnny jump ups. Cosmos and sunflowers and more marigolds. Oh, and sweet peas. So I'm assuming this is their little botanical area, because there are definitely some fragrant things in here that would be great for using in spirits. There's some mint. And those are beetroots that have gone to seed there. And lots that haven't. So they're doing some really lovely succession sowing. I like how they do their markers on these slabs. I haven't thought much about planting hedgerows through my garden. I mean, I have a lot of things for pollinators that are, you know, semi-permanent things. My roses stay on all year and all of that. But there's definitely something romantic about the hedgerows. Oh, look. Here are the church bells. Artichokes. It's pretty. Their gardens are quite extensive. Okay, so this is the garden for the hotel that I'm in, which I don't know what the boundaries are, of what belongs to who. See that rainbow chart over there looking so bright? Yep, I ate my dinner and my breakfast out of this garden. Oh, look at these birds working. I was telling one of the ladies here, nothing makes me feel quite as misplaced, like I know I'm in like a foreign place, like not knowing the names of the birds and the trees specifically. I mean, obviously whenever you're looking through a vegetable garden, there's a lot of familiar things around the world, but a lot of the trees I have no idea, and a lot of the birds I have never seen before in my life, and that definitely makes me feel quite far from home, because at home I know all their names. Thank you. Oh, look, another craft store. I'm gonna take a look in here. Hello, how are you?
Good, thanks. How's your day going?
Wow.
How's your day going?
Wow. I just want to go in all the little places. I don't want to miss anything. Oh.
The wind would be behind you. The tide is going out. So if you kind of just lie back, you're probably good. They'll be behind before we get back.
I got a little cool tea in there because I layered up in all this walking. I'm actually pretty warm, believe it or not. I think I'm adjusting pretty well. The weather here currently kind of feels more or less like our late November, early December. So not something that is foreign, but I did see people swimming yesterday out in the sea, and I was like, wow, they're made of tougher stuff than I am. So the crowds are starting to kind of thicken. Quite a few more people walking up here. But here's the Iona Abbey, which is really what Iona is most known for. So this is St. Oran's Chapel, the burial chapel of the MacDonald's Lords of the Isles, built in the 1100s. It is the oldest intact structure on Iona. Wow. Being an American, like being in a structure that was built in 1100 is just kind of unfathomable, actually. The morning after we got here, I woke up across the street. You could see Edinburgh Castle, like up. And I mean, it begun construction in 1124. 900 years old. This is a 900-year-old structure. I mean, obviously parts of it, the roof's not, but I mean, never in my life have I seen anything remotely that old that was man-made, you know. I've been out to like the redwood forests and stuff and seen trees that are that old, but never anything like this. I actually do not have time to go explore the Abbey right now because I have to catch the ferry to get back for my appointment to learn to sail. But I'm very glad that I got to spend the morning with you guys. Look at this, just these rock outcroppings. It's just gorgeous. To my babies, I love you, I miss you. I'm so thankful that I get to come home to you guys next week and that I get to look forward to one day bringing you back here. To everyone else, thank you for hanging out with me today and all the days you do. I bless you. Until next time.